ahead. The mic is yours.
Hi, how is everybody today? No, I'm kidding. Hey, Michelle, your quote that you were looking for is integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. That's the one I think you were grabbing at the beginning of the room.
That is the one I was grabbing. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Okay, so today, this is great because this reminded me of one of the best books I've read that was a pivot for me, and it was Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini, is how you say his name. It's really spelled weird, so I went ahead and threw it in the notes so you can grab the information. But I just remember when I read that, it had, I mean, it spoke everything to this influence. So, just to make sure we're clear, we're going to get our 6 principles for Yaliz today and have your numbers in here so you can write things down. These are the six principles. Yeah, these are the 6 principles of the influence of or on influence by Cialdini. So the one is reciprocity. Reciprocity is a big piece of influence, and it's like if you're negotiating something, the business side of this, if you're in negotiations and one side gives a concession, it will influence the other side to want to throw something in and make a concession as well. So, like if you really want to influence somebody, you throw in some kind of concession and try and get your other concession back, right? Number two is consistency. And if you're going to influence people, then you want to be consistent because people like that consistency. 3, social proof. This was a big one for me. The social proof is to see success. Like we get business testimonials or yeah, just client testimonials, I mean, where they're just talking about what's working. And you see it in everything that comes across our screen, the people losing weight, heck, we did it in this room. I remember that day we were had the baby stuff going and somebody started laughing and next thing you know, remember that day where everybody just unhooked their mics and we just laughed for like 30 seconds. It's contagious. It's just social proof, right? And then number 4 is liking, and somebody needs to feel good or feel good about a person if they're going to have influence on them. So you better make sure people like you or they're probably not, you're not going to have much influence on them. Authority is another one. So establishing yourself as the expert, that's another reason why people will follow you and you'll have influence. And then the last thing is scarcity. Scarcity actually is another huge one that causes influence because it's a limited time or there's a limited quantity. And I just remember one of our, we were at a mortgage event once and we had a coaching booth. And that was my first stint into professional coaching and all that. And man, I'm telling you what, we had these boards all around the conference hall. There was probably 2,000 mortgage professionals there. And we had this number on there that said we only got 60 seats left in coaching. And we changed it throughout the day 45, 32, 12. And there was at the very end, we had a mob of people attacking this coaching booth to pay $6,000 to get into coaching before all of our seats were full. So, I mean, talk about influence. That scarcity thing was one of the most amazing. So that is my share for today.
I was in the back channel, I cannot tell a lie, but that was powerful, Brad. Really brung it, and I love it, and I wrote that down. Influence, the power of persuasion. Those were awesome shares. And I hope everybody got that. And that's, I want to mention something is that often we used to tell people, get your notebook out because this room, we do end up with nuggets of wisdom. And it is incredible to be able to like write it down and go back to it and reference it and just rework it into our brains. I've gotten a great book list and I'm thinking we should have like a book club. And just so everybody knows, I posted, Brad, before you mentioned the name of your book, I posted Dr. Ruth's book, The Success Factor, developing the mindset and skill set for peak performers or for peak performers. And I put it there because I just want you to know that, for anybody that's in this room, we are all up to great stuff. and many of us have books within us, and that's one way you can definitely impact people, is to take what it is you've learned, to go after what you're passionate about, and to have a particular point of view on it, and then get a book out there. Dr. Ruth has done that. She comes in here with really powerful shares. Brad, you come in with powerful shares. I know, Brad, you've co-created a book, I think, was it with Bob Berg? No, it wasn't with Bob, was it?
Michael Gerber, the E-Myth.
Michael Gerber, the E-Myth. So we got to get, Coach Korn's book up there too. I have one as well. Like, a lot of people use that as a way to maximize the power of our reachability. And so I, really thank you for that book, Brad. And I'll throw that up there in, probably 20 minutes or so. So great.